In this countdown of the top 5 calf massage techniques, we've got everything that you need to give an excellent and effective calf massage. At number 5, we've got Effleurage. Effleurage forms the foundation of every other massage technique. By effleurage, we mean moving longitudinally, so we're going with the muscle fiber direction. Beginning with broader surfaces such as open palms and a relaxed thumb, we're staying quite superficial initially, so not going too deep. And the more superficial we are, the quicker we can move. So the aim here is to introduce our touch to the client's skin, to spread the medium, lotion or wax, and to warm the tissues. Aim to cover every square inch of muscle fibers that you can see, ranging all the way around from the medial side with the tibial border, around to the lateral side and the fibula. Go lighter over bony prominences and stick to the tendons and muscle fibers. Once we've got some wax on the skin, we can start to go a little bit deeper. And as we go deeper, we're going to change the part of our anatomy that we're using. So in this case, we're using a reinforced thumb. And you can see that as we go deeper, we're slowing down the tempo, making sure to finish off the stroke at the top of the calf, which crosses the knee, so just into the bottom of the hamstring. I'm using a thumb here, which is not ideal to do long term, but I think for these smaller muscle groups, it's okay. Just make sure to keep the thumb relaxed and to reinforce with pressure from the above hand. Break this up with some occasional lighter, more superficial strokes of effleurage. At number 4, we've got Petrissage. So Petrissage, much like effleurage, forms another foundation for every other massage technique that you're going to do. With Petrissage, we're working transversely across the muscle fibers, thinking about strumming them like guitar strings. What we're doing here is a focus on either the fingers pulling through or the thumbs, and we're moving all the way through from the fibula around to the tibia. This is a diagnostic stroke, so I'm thinking about how those fibers feel beneath my fingers, if they're all moving uniformly. And we need to make sure, as with effleurage, that we're covering every square inch of muscle that we've got access to, all the way from just below the knee down to the Achilles, as you can see here with some Achilles-focused Petrissage. At number 3, we've got partial knee flexion. Flexing the knee to 45 degrees with your knee underneath not only puts you in a better position to effectively use your body weight to come down onto the calf through supporting yourself with the opposite hand, but also flexing the knee relaxes the gastrocnemius, relieving some of that restricted tension that might be in the gastrocnemius, preventing you from getting to the deeper structures such as soleus and tibialis posterior. Here we can use effleurage. Here we're using it with a relaxed elbow, more of the forearm, the ulnar border, and we're moving quite quickly, so we're quite superficial here. We can also use thumbs, fingers, and a combination of effleurage and Petrissage. We can give some detailed attention to the Achilles tendon, or we can use one of my favorites, which is an STR. So a combination of a static lock on the muscle while dorsiflexing the ankle, which is going to stretch the calf and give you a more effective stretch into the distal fibers of soleus and gastrocnemius. Or we can use massage and movement, where we're using different parts of the body, thumbs, knuckles, maybe even a forearm, while we passively dorsiflex the ankle. So we're getting a stretch with continuous movement that feels great and is very effective. At number 2, it's pullbacks. So pullbacks put the client in supine, which means we open up the anterior shin so we can work into tibialis anterior and the perineals. Make sure that your positioning is okay with your body weight on their foot to keep their foot from sliding forward, but not so that it's painful. Use your fingers to split the heads of the gastrocnemius, getting right into the middle of the muscle belly of the calf, and lean your body weight back. We can then move down the calf, distally working towards the foot. Don't worry about working away from the heart here as long as you're not too deep. This is a form of effleurage, and then we can add in some Petrissage, using our body weight to bring the elbows back into your body and work across those fibers transversely. And at number 1, we've got full knee flexion, otherwise known as playing the cello. It's called playing the cello because of the movement of your arms as they are in Petrissage. So we can focus on Petrissage, and we can also include some joint polishing of the calcaneus. Don't forget about the soft tissue that crosses that bony prominence. We can use the more intense single arm pull throughs, intense for the patient as well as intense for you, because this can put some strain on your body. So make sure you're keeping those fingers relatively flat, not hooky, and that you're pulling your elbow into your waist and not letting it come out to the side. Use the big muscles of your back to enable this stroke to have its full effectiveness. As with the other techniques, make sure that you're covering as much of the muscle fibers available to you as possible, all the way around, proximal to distal, from the back of the knee to the calcaneus, and medially from the tibial border to the lateral aspect by the fibula and the peroneals. With the knee being flexed to 90 degrees, the gastrocnemius is as good as fully relaxed, so this makes it an excellent position to be able to get into the deeper posterior calf musculature such as soleus and tibialis posterior. If you found this video helpful, please like or subscribe or comment. It really helps me, it helps the channel, and it helps me to be able to produce content that hopefully you find helpful.